Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Soulful Prosperity Podcast, where we align wealth with well-being. Today, I got a special guest. He's a special person to me. Somebody I met through the PHP insurance agency. Somebody I met in Vegas. That was crazy, and we've been working together. And I've been working with him, and I've been seeing a lot just how he's been helping, trying to build a community, and that's something that I'd like to see in Memphis because Memphis, we get this bad rap, and I don't think Memphis that bad. And that's one part. He's something that he said as well. He loves it here, so I just let you introduce yourself to the pod.
Oh, okay. I'm Fred Wells, Jaylen Wells' dad. 'Cause probably most people may know Jaylen Wells. Um, I'm here for to help build his business, which is called Sleep Nation. And so I've just been running around Memphis, meeting all the different nonprofits, and getting to know each of the leaders and what they're trying to do here.
I want to ask you that. What is Sleep Nation, and what is this goal?
Sleep Nation is a nonprofit. It's the easy, the quick, the big goal is it puts a light on the whole community, of all the people who help the athlete, who's on a journey to the NBA or WNBA,
Yeah.
all that wraparound service to help them get there. So we look at the nonprofits, if they have tutors, if kids got to have academic, if they have socioeconomic issues, we find the support for that, and if they're having issues such as finding a home or just having money to get to the path to help people get that dream. But the basic piece, the main piece, or the how is what we do. We find kids in middle schools and then assign them to a trainer, a strength and condition person, and then make sure they're on a AAU team where the coaches are pretty good,
Yeah.
and then follow them with that path and make sure they have all the resources straight to the NBA
Yeah.
or WNBA.
Yeah. What got y'all into like wanting to start this mission? Like, call it. I know you've been talking about underrated, and like I was searching upon Jalen's story, like him being underrated, like only having like three D2 or D3 offers coming out of high school. I think was one of those, and like, how did y'all like keep going and like stay focused to be like, okay, I'm still gonna make it to the NBA? Cause I heard you say that in a meeting, and I heard him say it in an interview. He was like, you told him like, okay, you gonna go to the NBA, NBA, like that's the main goal. Like, what was that? Knowing like, okay, he's gonna go to the NBA. How did you know?
Well, it's just for just when I raise any kid or help anyone
Yeah.
on their journey, I make sure the first thing that they have is a vision. And then once they tell me their vision, so in the case of Sleep Nation, the vision would be either the NBA or WNBA.
Yeah.
So Jalen in fourth grade said he's going to the NBA. So from that path, we I can hold him accountable to his vision, and then we helped him to that path. What happened is his friends, and this is what how Sleep Nation was came to be, was
Yeah.
the one of his friends went to LA and then became ranked in the nation, and another one went to Las Vegas and became ranked in the nation.
Mm.
He stayed in Sacramento and was not ranked, and only three D2 schools made an offer with him when he left Folsom. And at Folsom, he was scoring about 28 to 30 points a game,
Mm.
and Folsom was a pretty good team, had a pretty good ranking. So,
Yeah.
but never only got D2 interest.
No, that's crazy. Like, and then what do you think about that? Like, does players could play that good? 'Cause like, at 28, that's not like average. Like, I didn't average 28 in high school.
Right.
That's not easy. Like, how do you find those sleepers? Like, and how do you? What is your goal to find those sleepers in Memphis? And how could those people in Memphis get out and probably market themselves to be found?
Well, I think right now, and between SAC, because we're doing this in SAC and in Memphis,
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of untapped people, and basically they just might be in the wrong school. So they could be at a middle school They might be really good, but they haven't been exposed to everyone in Memphis. So you got to
Mm,
get them that exposure, um, so they know how to elevate their game. So if
yeah,
you're in one place, um, you could be good there, but you go to the next school and you realize you have a lot more to learn.
yeah, yeah. You think it's like an issue of like playing against the best talent, or like is that, or just playing against the best, leave not even the best talent in the nation, just the best talent in your city.
Yeah, it starts from there. It's a progressive. So first, you're good in your school, but then you got to play other schools, and then you're the
Yeah,
best in that group, and then you got to continue to work on your game. So your AU is going to take you out, hopefully takes you outside of the city,
yeah,
and then you'll start getting exposures to other people. And if you continue to be good, now we got to elevate your AAU. So maybe you got to get to a circuit team,
yeah,
and where you're going to play the best in the nation,
yeah,
or your high school keeps winning, and so now you're playing, all the way on your journey to the state championship, and on that journey, you're going to be playing against the best people.
yeah. What was like? Did you coach Jaylen growing up, or was it like more of just letting other coaches coach him, or just coaching from the sideline? What was it for you?
I kind of did both. I have four four kids,
Yeah,
and I coached all my kids to high school level.
yeah,
Jaylen, I stopped early. I think I stopped around third grade, third,
mm,
fourth grade. I
yeah,
just assisted in a couple times, but I wanted to take a break
yeah,
and actually have other people coach and just observe and watch and be a part of it. But we did a lot of stuff. We went to the gym and we did our own workouts on
yeah,
top of what the workouts that were um, through as trainers.
mm,
So the same path we're putting people on the Sleep Nation, Jaylen did that same path.
yeah. So you kind of like using the formula that Jaylen used to like use it now for in Sleep Nation. Yeah,
Yeah. All his friends too, the other ones that I said that went to Las Vegas, like Jared McCain,
yeah,
they shared the same trainers and strength condition people that Jaylen did, and same with Darian Williams.
yeah,
The only difference is that one went to Los Angeles and the other one went to Las Vegas.
yeah,
That was the only difference between the two.
yeah. What was it? How was it like seeing last year? 'Cause I know as a Memphis fan, Memphis Grizzlies fan, like being from the city, just seeing like a second round pick start to go crazy is like that's what we want. Cause we feel like we find the rough diamonds, we find those rough players, and like how was it seeing it as a father though, seeing your son just playing, starting off good his first season, not like. 'Cause I just seen how like I was just doing research and he had like 20, he had 20 against the Lakers. This LeBron, that's one of my favorites, the ghost of all time, greatest of all time in my eyes. Well, how was it just seeing that, like seeing that and talking to him and being able just to appreciate that?
Yeah, so it's always been the journey. I mean, when he got to high school, he maxed out the high school realm and started scoring, 28 to 30 points.
Yeah,
He went to Sonoma where he um, was his first year. He was supportive. In the second year, he was the highest scorer in the conference. I think at 22, and was the conference MVP.
yeah,
And then he went to Washington. There was pretty much three sleepers in Washington. Each of them were kind of slept on. There was Miles Rice and Isaac Jones and Jaylen Wells, and none of them were predicted to do well. And so all three of them became good friends, and all three of them basically took that team to the NCAA tournament.
yeah. I think then Miles Rush, they played college last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I seen those. Yeah, that was crazy. That's crazy how that. I didn't even know that they all went to the same school. It was underrated. That's crazy. 'Cause I know that they went to bigger schools now. I think one went to Indiana. I think.
Yeah, one with the I can't right now for a second. We're just trying to figure out where he transferred to. He left Indiana. He's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Darian, Isaac has now got a contract with the Kings
He went to Creighton. I think he went to Creighton.
for no. Oh, you're talking about Miles?
Or Isaac Jones.
No, Isaac Jones stayed at Washington
Oh, he
State, and
stayed.
he did what Jalen did,
He
and
just went to the league.
left and went into the draft.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's fire. That's crazy how that. I didn't
Yeah.
even know that. That's crazy. But how was it like keeping him motivated, like going through the journey? Because he went to a D2 first, then went to a D1, played
Right.
2 years. So how was that like keeping him motivated and being like, okay, you still had that goal of going to the NBA, even being at a D2 coming out of high school?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think he even realized there was a challenge
Yeah,
in that. So he just basically, if you talk to him, he's going to say, "I just stayed in my lane
yeah,
and just got better each time." And when he took his Sonoma team, which was like maybe 4-16, I don't know, they lost a lot. They only won 4 games the whole season.
yeah,
Um, the next year, they went to the playoffs,
yeah,
um, and Jaylen led that team. And and then from there, it's like he looks like he's definitely ready to try a D1 school. Um, and everybody came for
yeah,
him at that time. So he had a lot of interest. We ended up choosing Washington State, and then at Washington State, he I think probably about the fourth or fifth game became a starter,
yeah.
and did 1 year, and then got drafted in the
Yeah.
second round for our Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah. Would you for the younger players? Would you advocate for? Because now with the portal and all these older players and get all these different chances to keep playing and like coaches going for the older players because I think that makes sense though. It makes sense to have the player that already been through it, but and like the high school kids not getting as many chances to go to these high level schools. Like, do you think it's important for like them to keep going, like not give up and be like, okay, I'm just gonna give up. I know that could be a lot of players' perspective. Just give up because you gotta wait 2 years. You probably gotta wait 2 years to even get to the D1 or to get to that level you want to play it. You gotta kill JUCO because it's a lot of good players in JUCO. Like, I know a lot of good players in JUCO as well myself. Like, what would be your advice to that kid? Like, okay, you have to go if that's your route. Like, not being a 5 star, being a 4 star, not going to D1 first. Like, what would be your advice to that kid?
So number one, don't let anyone tag you on who you are.
Yeah,
You know who you are, but you have to get better each game. But how does that happen? That's what's more important is what are you doing to get yourself better.
yeah,
So the what Sleep Nation, the goal of Sleep Nation is that they're going to make a mistake looking for those if that's their algorithm is this to go get second year college kids or whatever
yeah,
or people who been in college, that's fine.
yeah,
They're gonna make some mistakes. The other teams that are just doing the right, who algorithms looking for the best players. I say scouts are lazy these days. I don't think they really look and search. So
yeah,
with the Sleep Nation and format, the goal is going to be bringing in some runs and bringing our college players back and bringing the high school kids to play in those runs, and then they're going to play against that higher competition. And when they continue to work with that, they're going to realize the gap of where they need to go. And so now they may listen to their high school coach
yeah,
and do what they tell them and push their level. And when the trainer's pushing they're gonna know because they played in the runs that they weren't ready for those college kids.
yeah,
But once they get comfortable playing with college D1 college kids and pros that are coming back, they're gonna be ready to go and if the scout misses that person,
yeah. It's on the
they're
scout.
going to be slept on. So it's going to be on the scouts. Someone
Yeah,
else might see that. Someone who's doing their work might
yeah,
see that, and then that kid gets picked up and takes a team to a championship.
yeah. Okay, I want to shift to life insurance. What got you into like life insurance, and what year was it? Did you? How long have you actually been to life insurance?
I'm part of my third year of life insurance.
Yeah.
So um, my daughter is in the life insurance business,
Yes, sir.
and she's the one that basically she recruited me, but she just had me. I just went to the life insurance that have big events. So I just went to the big events just because she wanted me to go. So I just went.
Yeah,
But I went to one, and then I actually started really just paying attention to the speakers and what they were saying, and then I realized, wait, I should be thinking about that for myself.
yeah,
And so I was about 58, 59. I'm thinking, you know, I'm hearing that, I think I could retire early
Yeah.
if I get into this business. And so I was on a path to retire at 68. And I was thinking that, I could retire early with using life insurance.
Yeah.
And so I got into the business and started learning the business. I love this business because you have uh, your mentors are built in, and your system's built in. So all I had to do is just join the system, and then the only thing I had to do is get people the thing that they really need, which is life insurance. That, to
Yeah.
me, seems like an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So I learned how to get comfortable with selling and approaching people, and learn the system, and then and actually took and internalized what I was learning in the system to help me
Yeah.
with my issues. And after a couple annuities and life term life, um, I was able to retire early, and so I retired 8 years early, and I'm here in Memphis, running around doing what I want to do.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. Like you able to use that. You're able to use that to retire. So you started at 58, 59, or
Yeah, so at about 58, 59 is
yeah,
when I actually just say, hey, I can control my own
yeah,
destiny on my own job.
yeah,
So where I had to check in and work,
yeah,
my 9 to 5,
yeah,
I can get in the business, control I have my time is my
yeah,
time, and the system's already built,
yeah,
and I have mentors all around me.
yeah,
This was just too easy. It was too
yeah,
good to be true.
yeah,
And I also knew that it takes 2 to 3 years. I've been around for a while, so I know I'm not going to jump in and master the business. So I just
yeah.
put a 3-year plan in place, and each year I've done better.
No, that's excellent. I want to ask you, what would be your advice to like? 'Cause I know what would be your advice to somebody that's older, that is in their 50s or about to even in their 60s to like get into life insurance? What would be your advice to them? 'Cause I know it was a challenge for you to get into it. Be like, okay, I'm actually, and like you said, internalize this and actually understand that I can actually use this as well. And that, instead of like just going to meetings or going to the big events, just being like, okay, I can actually use this, and this could help me retire, or even just help me when I pass. I make sure that if my whole family's good and that they're not gonna have to pay for different these costs that they have to pay if I eventually pass. Like, what will be your advice to those older people?
Oh yeah, it was easy. So if we're talking two things, you just retirement planning is what I decide I want to be an expert in.
Yeah,
So when I decide to train, I'm going to retire, but I will have the same knowledge because I've done it myself,
yeah,
and I'm using the same strategy that I'm using um, a uh, a person in my age, just say baby boomers, on
yeah,
what the strategy. But they need to know the urgency because you have to make your move quick because you're about to retire,
yeah,
um, and then understanding what products might be working for you, and then understanding and when you take on the working side, start learning the business. So I chose to be a retirement planner first,
yeah,
and just worked on building those skills, and then all the products that are going to help me with those skills, and then start going out there and helping other people in my same situation because they know I can speak it,
yeah,
and so I can tell them. So it was easy to find those people to speak to.
yeah,
Our older folks. Our older folks are on the clock.
yeah,
And then I have instant legacy now.
yeah,
I got my long-term care. My family ain't gonna have to take care of my long-term care. Um, I get to create my legacy any way I want. I can run around and just do what I need to do to create a legacy, and then I have there's generational wealth. So I kind of get it started. My daughter, who's in the business, will continue it, and then I have all my kids are on the same have the same type of thing that I have. So my whole family has the appropriate life insurance that they can properly retire. And all I got to do is anyone who wants to listen and talk to me, I
Yeah,
can show you how to do the same.
yeah, that's real. I want to get end it off with this. Just give a piece of. I like to end it off with just giving motivation to my audience. It's
Hmm.
like it's entrepreneurs and different people. Like just what's a piece of advice you just give to your younger self or to like a young entrepreneur out there? 'Cause I know it's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of ways like a lot of things going on in the media that keep us distracted from staying focused on our mission, what we want to keep get done. So, what would be your piece of advice to this audience here, my guys?
So the number one thing, and I don't care who you are or what you are, you cannot you have to eliminate blame and excuse. And once you eliminate blame and excuse, the only thing you have left is responsibility. That's what that creates. So once you can't blame, I can't blame anyone. There's only one person you get to blame. You got to look in the mirror, and it's yourself. And so now you're responsible. And then once you're responsible, the next thing you got to do is have courage. So you got to have confidence. You got to believe in you. So you're responsible. You got to believe in you. I believe in integrity. I'm going to be genuine in everything that I do. So with integrity, being responsible, um, and now I got to do this one other weird thing. I got to have some courage because most people, reason why we do our 9 to 5, we stay in our 9 to 5 world is because we're safe. This is
Mm-hmm.
safe. It's safe to stay in 9 to 5. Everyone's telling you what time you got to be there, what time you got to be. You got to schedule your sick leave, schedule your time. You got to schedule all this stuff
Yeah.
under someone else's thing. When you decide you want to take a risk, you're going to jump out of that. You're going to lock that. You're going to have to leave that safety. That's what risk is, leaving your safety zone into that risk. And once you're at risk, you're by yourself. And so
Yeah.
now what are you going to do? In the life insurance situation, you have a system that's already in place,
Yeah.
but you can leave and have nothing, but you realize it's going to take you 3 to 4 years. So don't even think that you're going to get rich tomorrow. So if you
Yeah.
think you're going to get rich tomorrow, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What you got to do is know you got to work you got 3 to 4 years, and you got to work hard. It's your time though. It's everything's still on your time. So the only way to get to those 3 to 4 years and then be successful is to master discipline, which is distractions. If you're distracted, don't blame anyone else. You got distracted. You decide you wanted to watch a couple of Netflix. You decide you need to get to a couple of parties. You decided that you wanted to sleep in. You decided you want whatever it is that you felt was important, more important than your following your plan for your 3 years of success.
Yeah.
That's on you, and you got to take that responsibility. But if you can stay disciplined, stay focused, you'll reach your vision no matter where it is, and that's all I can say. We can't. No one can hold your hand
Yeah.
to success. And pretty soon, other entrepreneurs just look at you because they realize that you're easily distracted, and they lose faith in you. They don't even want to mentor you. They give up on you. So I'm going to say, use your mentors, stay focused, and you will reach your dream.
That's another episode. You want to shout out any platform they could get to you at, or they could shout out holler at you at anywhere on Instagram anywhere.
Oh yeah, you can find me right now. You can find me. You can find Sleep Nation. You'll see this logo. That's one place, and then you can find me in Facebook, and then go ahead and message me, and I
So,
can gladly answer any questions.
yes, sir. Okay, that's another episode. Hope y'all enjoyed this one. See y'all on next episode. I think it's episode 27. See y'all on next episode, man. Love y'all. Peace out. Oh.